Welcome to another episode of WTF Cinema.
Now, the anti-superpower machine kind of works now, except it needs Dr. Doom to give it an extra boost of electricity to work, which he gladly provides to the Thing to turn the Thing into human, because this serves his new plan, you see. The Thing is out of the way, and now Dr. Doom can kill the other 3 members of the team, which is his new plan. Why is this his plan? I get that he's upset at Mr. Fantastic for making him lose his company by carrying out the research he said he was going to carry out and proving that he can create a machine that gives people superpowers. Therefore, Dr. Doom lost all his money. Okay, so you're upset because you're a financial idiot, apparently. Why are you trying to kill them? You could still win the Invisible Woman back if you'd talk to her. He doesn't... From the second the Invisible Woman leaves him for Reed, and by the way, she leaves him so they can try and figure out what happened to them and set it right. She doesn't leave him for romantic reasons. He has one scene with her. He talks to her for 5 seconds and leaves. He doesn't try to win her back or, you know, finish the proposal he started that she almost accepted. The reason she's leaving you is because you didn't talk to her ever again. So she must die, I guess. You're killing Mr. Fantastic because he ruined your plans, I guess. And then you're going to kill the girl's brother because, I don't know, he's a dick. He has every reason to be angry, but there's actually no motivation to kill these 3 people. At the very worst, maybe he kills Mr. Fantastic for stealing his chick and making him lose his company, which I argue shouldn't have happened. Either one of those. But then why do you kill the chick and her brother? But fine, he's evil, I guess, and we don't need to have a motivation for him to be evil. His name's Von Doom. Let's just make him evil. And now the Thing's human again, so he can go back to that horrible bitch of a wife, girlfriend, fiancé. Except he never mentions her, so at least he learned something. Either that or the writers just forgot her character existed, because she's never mentioned or thought of again. But kudos to him for not going back to her as a human. Now it's time for the ultimate battle of the film, the Fantastic, well, 3, against Dr. Doom. Problem is, he was prepared for this. We saw him buying the necessary accoutrements, heat-seeking missiles, hyper-cold fluids. He was ready for this, they weren't. So they're really getting their butts kicked.
It's time to end this.
No, Pip. It's...
No! No! No, 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 no! No! It was established that the Thing is not a scientist, and therefore doesn't know how these machines work, which Mr. Fantastic said needed exact calibration set in place. It was established that you needed the second person to activate the machine once the subject was in the chamber. It was established that the machine didn't work properly without Dr. Doom providing the power. Yet despite these 3 facts, the Thing hopped into the machine, turned himself back into the Thing, and came in with, "It's clobbering time." I get that it's neat to have the cavalry show up. I am kind of a fan of that particular cliche. But you gave us 3 very good reasons why the cavalry couldn't show up, and then you had them show up. Do you see the problem here? His reappearance makes no sense at all. It can't happen, in fact. It is impossible for him to show up like he just did. And yet there he is, 'cause it's cool. So the fight pours onto the street. Now the 4 of them are fighting against Doom, and the public is cheering them on. Why? I mean, they're the good guys, he's the bad guy. Obviously the crowd should be cheering him. Here's the problem though. Random people on the street don't know what we the audience know. They've never seen Doom before in his full Doom regalia. They don't even know that's Doom, because he's got the iron mask and a cloak that he just started wearing for this battle. The last time anybody in the crowd saw the Fantastic Four, it was them fighting amongst themselves like small children. Then the next time you see them, the four of them are ganging up on this one guy, and you automatically assume that this bunch of children you saw playing around are still the good guys. They only ever did one semi-heroic act. But you're assuming they're the good guys, and the one guy the four of them are teaming up on is the bad guy. Now, he fries some cop cars, I get that. But the police did shoot at him. So, yeah, I wouldn't exactly know which side I was cheering if I was in the ground watching all of this happen. It's just... it's bad writing. And I abhor bad writing. And then, it ends. Thank God. You wanna know what the biggest problem with this movie is? The biggest flaw in this entire movie is that it chooses style over substance over and over and over again. It goes for flashy and cool and neat instead of making sense. And it doesn't even bother to put in the effort it would take to make the flashy, cool, neat thing make sense. It just goes flashy, cool, neat, flashy, cool, neat, flashy, cool, neat. It's a big blockbuster Hollywood summer film. I get it. It's supposed to have explosions and special effects. But that doesn't mean that you can't make sense. You don't have to choose one over the other. You just come up for reasons for the flashy, cool things. Things that make sense. And this movie just refuses to do that. Time and time again. It's not a horrible movie. I would imagine you can enjoy it if you are capable of turning off your brain completely. It's a disappointing film. And it's insulting. It's insulting to anybody with any kind of brain because of the gigantic plot holes. And I would like to point out it's insulting to women. Because of the whole, first of all, the Invisible Woman leaves the guy who actually takes care of her and treats her with some degree of passion for the guy who's emotionally distant, that she left because he was emotionally distant. And he doesn't actually change. And then the Thing's girlfriend, fiance, wife, leaving him in the worst, most horrible manner. And then the only woman who'll take him is the blind chick. Really, women, if I was you, I'd be deeply offended by this film. I'm offended for you, and I'm not even a chick. So, anyway. Next week, I'm going to do a film that I would describe for you, but you wouldn't believe me. If I tried to tell you the premise of this film, you would think I was making it up. And so, you're just going to have to wait till next week to see what you're in for. See you then. Ages ago, and it's what created life in the first place. Okay, so I got distracted by that banging. I don't know if you heard it. It was a loud bang. It sounded like somebody was trying to break into my apartment with a sledgehammer. I'm gonna have to start that whole thing again.